Greetings, welcome to Karen Hope's 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspiration. Y'all, thank you for being here. Now, I'm jumping on the channel one more time to let you know that episode 132 has been produced and published and is available in the podcast links in the description box down below. Check it out. Today's episode was called Get to God. And, this is what it was all about. I won't talk about it too long. I will just tell you briefly that it is about, y'all, we convince ourselves in life, because things can get so, stressful. And we're just looking for some glimmer of hope, And sometimes we convince ourselves that things are love and we have peace and we're all good, and sometimes we even convince ourselves that we're healed, like we're over something, right? We're over that, and then something will happen and bring that thing up to the surface, and you're like, whoa, even surprises you, think it's gone, and it's not. Let me tell you something. If we do instinctively, our spirit knows that we need God. See, the conflict comes when our ego tells us that we don't. That's where the problems come in. That's where the what do you call it? Backsliding and the tripping. Never slipping though, right? Yeah. That's when that stuff happens. So we just need to just keep it together, okay? I'm not going to talk about it too much longer. You just go ahead and listen to it. I'm not going to talk about it at all. Just listen to it down in the description box below, okay? And after you listen to that one, you have 131 more to listen to. Just skim through the titles, scan through the titles, and whichever one grabs your attention, that one is yours, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video with a pretty little bow and talk about a little bit more inspiration. Well, first and foremost, I want to tell y'all, we have a lunar eclipse tonight, and let me look at the time here. I'm getting ready for it. I got a little charcoal for the little barbecue pit, and we've got some marshmallows, some graham crackers, and some chocolate. We're gonna make some s'mores, and we're gonna look at this lunar eclipse. It should be starting around 7:45 this evening. Moon is going into Gemini. I don't know if it means anything to anybody, but I read it, and that seems pretty cool. I did some reading on it too. It is very cool. Just the whole the planet, the planet's moving. It's what it is. It's some celestial things going on this evening, and it'll be very cool to watch. So if you have a telescope, break it out. If you have time, if you have an interest, go outside and just connect with the little moonlight and nature. We have to remember that we are part of nature, so we charge each other. Just looking at nature is refreshing, it's rejuvenating, it's peaceful, it's calming, That's why people listen to those nature sounds going to sleep. Water and waves and raindrops, right? Sometimes crickets. I can't stand that myself, but my daughter loves it. She loves the crickets, and I'm like, ah. So now I just put on meditation music. Everybody likes that, and I don't have to hear the crickets at night. She's loved those since she was a little girl. The sound of crickets, I just don't understand it, but to each his own, right? Or her own. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and move forward. And what I want to tell you right now is, I'm not going to look at any notes today. I just really want to just talk about what I was just talking about and say this, okay? Shout out to you and you and you and all of y'all out there that are doing the job you were born to do, and that is to work on yourself. working on ourselves brings us to our truest potential. Our truest potential is remaining positive at all times, trusting God at all times. We're all still trying to get there. When they say God is working on us, it's the truth. It's not a lie. Just like his word does not come back void, that is not a lie. Okay, he's constantly working on us. We are a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time, and only God can do that, okay? So I just want to say, congratulations to you, and to keep it up, okay? Because, like I said, this is an assignment, this is a job, this is required for us to do, and it is the hardest goal that we'll ever reach, accomplishment that we'll ever, obtain, the highest degree we can reach. It's the ultimate place that we need to get to in life, and that is getting to a place where we can just be at peace no matter what. I can't, I don't think that we are there, and the people that are there, they're there because they can't imagine it. Right now, I can't imagine it, but I'm working on it, okay? And you are too. So I want to tell you, good job at sticking to the hardest job that you'll ever have in your life. And excuse me, also I want to say there's a second job. Excuse me, oh my gosh, the second hardest job. One moment, I don't even know, I'm having a throat chakra thing going on right now. I've been reading about that too. Pretty cool. 1 second. So the second hardest job we're gonna have is to start all over, because that's exactly what happens, and I talked about that in the podcast today too. When we don't do these things, when we don't these goals that we're trying to reach, getting to our truest potential, and everything in the middle, if we don't do it with God as our focus, while we're focusing on staying positive, we're gonna have to start all over. And I say that because, y'all, this glare in my glasses, I say that because, I'm just like, imagine ground zero, where the tower fell. The tower falls over. I know, just for an image, just for visualization. Right there at ground zero was so much destruction and so much rubble and so much, everything was at a hovel, right? Can you imagine having to build up from that every single time? It's the second hardest job. The first hardest job is just don't get there. But it's okay to start over, y'all. It is okay to start over, but just as long as we're learning our lessons and we don't have to keep starting from ground zero over and over again, because it makes it hard for us to get back. Harder and harder for us to get back, over and over again. So, congratulations again. You are doing a fantastic job, doing the hardest job of your life, okay? Keep trusting God. Keep moving forward, okay? It's okay if you fall off. Just get back on your course. It's okay if you get, angry. We have these feelings for a reason. And it's supposed to be these, because the negative, we can't have positive without negative. These negative things also push us into our purpose, okay? That's how we're supposed to understand that good can come out of these bad things, y'all. That negative is supposed to push us into our purpose, because no matter what cards life has dealt us, we can use that negative experience, situation, condition, circumstance, which usually we make for ourselves, right? Not trusting God. But we do have another chance. He's so good to do something else, to change our mind, to learn a lesson and do something else to get a different result, which will always be one step closer to our truest potential. When we get these victories, y'all, when we have these victories, we become stronger. That's when we're being like, there's one thing to be broken down by life, but there's another thing to be kind of humbled by God, because he is going to build us back up. He's not going to leave us ground zero. That's not the point. The point is to be refined, so when we get to the place we're supposed to be, we can enjoy every single blessing that's waiting for us. It's already there. Okay? So I just want to say, you're doing a great job. Keep going. God bless you, okay? And continue to pray and continue to focus while you're getting yourself together, okay? It's going to be all good, y'all. Thank you. The video is over now, okay? Thank you so much for being here today. Go ahead and listen to the podcast. If you are a current monthly supporter, not subscriber. Sometimes I get the words mixed up. YouTube and the podcast, completely different lingo. If you are a monthly supporter of the podcast, Karen hopes 15 minutes of solid inspiration, a daily inspirational podcast. Thank you so much. As I say every video, I will never stop thanking you. And yes, I'm never going to stop thanking you. Watch. And then for those who are considering becoming a supporter of the podcast, thank you in advance. Now, this video, y'all, go ahead and like it, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel where hope grows inspiration. Okay? Yes, and I'll be back tomorrow here on the channel to announce the most recent episode of the podcast. Also, y'all, let me tell you something. Oh gosh, I'm kind of late on the channel this evening because I was thinking about going live tomorrow just because, for some practice, you know. I was going to talk about what I saw in the lunar eclipse and what my kids and I talked about. So I did like a practice run, not of, just talking, just la la la, ooh, you like my hair? Oh. You know, the type of thing when you talk to yourself in the mirror, but you make up a whole scenario. Okay, I did that for practice. And I went live. Okay, but how it goes is you can go live, but it could be there private. It's live, but it can be private, and you can review it, and then you can release it, and then it's live to the public. So I looked at it, I was like, But it was good practice, and after I thought about it, after I deleted it, I said, well, I think I'll just I have to practice. So we just might go live tomorrow. I'll see. Okay, but anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Either way, I'll see you tomorrow here on the channel to announce the most recent publication and production of the podcast. Okay, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow here on the channel to exchange some awesome energy. And y'all, get out tonight and get a little bit of the moon.